Bowlers, buenos dias, good morning. A reminder, the recaps, the print paper copy.
Good morning, everybody. Bon matin, tout le monde. Welcome to the PABCON Senior Championships. This is day one. This is Mark Buffa here with you guys all week.
We will pick them up every game and bring them back to you.
We are getting ready for practice here. Let's just put this in a little bit wider screen.
Y al terminar o completar cada juego, por favor, llenen su resultado ahí. Ello nos va a ayudar a nosotros a llevar a confrontar ese resultado con el que tiene el equipo que registra electrónicamente todo. Por favor, su cooperación con esto después de cada juego. Gracias.
Hope everyone's having a great morning. Hopefully we're not bothering you too much at the office this morning. Make sure if you watch us, turn the volume off maybe, so your boss doesn't catch you this morning.
Are coming on for practice. Please push OK.
So we've got the men on the low end, men's seniors this morning. They are bowling 6th game on the Rome 41-foot pattern. And then after that, we are moving on to the super seniors around noon Mountain Time. So we have the men on the low end and we have the women on the high end, as we can see here. So we got two different camera feeds to help you cover some of the action. As the day progresses, we will also have live streaming, live scoring. Once the first game is done, we will provide you with that link. Oh, sorry, that was my colleague Guillaume dropping his microphone. And that's it. So welcome everyone. This is the 2018 PABCON Senior Championships live here from Calgary. Let's bowl. My name is Mark Buffa. I am alongside Guillaume Nadeau.
Good morning, everyone.
Hang on, you're off here. Okay, now you can talk.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this morning, this week at the Let's Bowl in Calgary for this special presentation of the PABCON Championship. Thanks to Dave and Dave from Let's Bowl. Practice has begun. So we welcome everyone from Canada, USA, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Panama, Argentina también. So the men will bowl from lane 1 to 16 this morning, and the ladies will bowl from lane 19 to 30. And later on this afternoon, the super senior will bowl too.
So just a quick reminder to everybody, we are here thanks to PABCON. Please head over to pabcon.org for all the information, scores, links, the whole 9 yards. We're going to provide all that for you in the comment box, and please make sure to write us comments, questions, suggestions, and we can try to get you the answers as need be. So the way that it works is that the left lane will move,
Left lane will move on the left and the right lane will move on the right.
Yep. So, yeah. What was I saying? We'll try to get the answers to your questions. We have the technical delegate here from Kegel, Mike Purdy, who is our lane man for the week. So he will be more than happy to help us out with some questions you might have about the pattern. And yeah, so enjoy practice, and we'll be right back in a couple seconds. We're getting ready for start of the action here. Thanks for joining us. Mark Buffa here alongside Guillaume Nadeau at the PABCON Senior Championships here live in Calgary, Alberta. We had our Alberta steak yesterday. Well, I did, you didn't.
Well, you did because I was sleeping.
So again, welcome everybody to the stream. We're gonna have a good time today.
Super Seniors.
Super Seniors, yes, Super Seniors are bowling at 12:30 today. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page to know when we go live this afternoon for the Super Seniors, after we take a little bit of a lunch break. So,
Less than a minute before the start of this single event.
yeah, about another 30 seconds until that starts. That's why we couldn't hear you. All right, that's better. All right, so before the action starts, I want to say thank you to all the sponsors for this event. I want to say thank you to Rich Uzina for hosting the demo days earlier this weekend. I want to say thank you, obviously, to PABCON, CTF, Let's Bowl, Buffa Distribution, obviously, Kegel, who is a proud sponsor of every world organization, including PABCON. Also, some of the local sponsors, like I said, Let's Bowl, Chicken on the Way, Kramer Mazda, and Big Chief Jerky. So make sure you guys
Get some jerky if you need some energy today to follow us on the internet. Get your jerky, Big Chief.
There you go. And yeah, great. So we're going to get some people on stream during the qualifying here, maybe a little bit more during the Super Seniors. We do have some big names in the house. So for those of you who are a little bit nostalgic and who like the legends of the sport, they are all here. So
Yeah,
this is,
there are a couple.
It's pretty interesting, you know, for me as a 30-some handsome individual. You know, a lot of guys that we used to follow back in the 90s, they're all here. So that's pretty interesting stuff, and really looking forward to covering this event for everybody back home. So again, make sure you like, subscribe, share, obviously, and let's get underway. So this is the start of the men's block, men's and women's block of the senior championships. We have one of the Team Canada pairings that isn't too far here on our live stream pair. So obviously being in our home country, we will cover them a little bit. And we also have women's feed on the high end of the house. We will try to do our best to bounce around back and forth.
Encore une fois, on vous souhaite la bienvenue. Ce championnat PABCON 2018 senior et super senior, la compétition en simple débute à l'instant sur la paire vedette. Étant donné qu'on est au Canada, on va vous montrer un petit peu nos joueurs canadiens sur les allées 9 et 10. Doug Schatz et Razor Ray Vervink sont là. Et c'est Doug Schatz sur l'approche. Première boule de ce tournoi. Un peu haut, a little bit high. And he leaves the 3, 6 and 10. Comme Marc a dit un petit peu plus tôt en anglais, il y a certains joueurs qu'on a connus lorsque nous étions un peu plus jeunes, qui sont maintenant seniors, sont ici. On pense entre autres à Bob Learn, à Tish Johnson, du côté des femmes aussi. Alors on va avoir le plaisir de les côtoyer durant cette semaine. 6 parties, aucune finale, que le meilleur gagne. Au total des points, bien entendu, il n'y a pas d'handicap. So 6 games today, no finals, no cup.
Finals? No? Okay. So that was boss man right behind us. Dave Kist.
So the winner takes it all.
So first thing Dave told me when we walked in on Saturday, he's like, mi casa is su casa. And I'm sorry for obviously everyone in Latin America. We don't have, Guillaume speaks a little bit of Spanish. I just know the basics.
Sobre la cancha 10, la República Dominicana.
There you go.
José Pérez, un strike. Buen tiro. Eh? There you go. I can do some Spanish here.
We got some viewers in Hong Kong. Hey guys, hi John Nelson, Alex Strong. Welcome on the stream. 45 growing strong. Make sure everybody shares. This is game 1, frame 1 of the PABCON Senior Championships. Brought to you by PABCON, Let's Bowl, CTF, and all the sponsors scrolling at the bottom of your screen. As the scores progress, we will put them at the bottom of the screen in a scrolling fashion, so very easy for you to follow. On the women's side here, we also have a camera a little bit more on the high end. Won't be able to capture as many lanes, but if some action is going on there, we can bounce around back and forth. So PABCON's always been a, when I was on the team for 10 years, now 5 years ago, it goes by quick. PABCON was always something that we regarded as being a very prestigious event. There's a lot of good countries that are represented in these, obviously Team USA, Team Colombia, just to name a few. Venezuela on the men's side, there's no team here for Venezuela this time
No, not
around.
this year.
The Mexican team's always very strong, especially on the women's side as well. So, you know, it was always a good preparatory event
For the World Championships.
For the World
huh?
Championships, and usually they always used to follow. So, typically it's going to be 1 year PABCON Championship, and in the following year would be a World Championship. And you know, one thing I'm pretty proud of is we won the trios medal at the PABCON, and then the following year we win the trios in the World event. So that was pretty cool to defend both on our American zone title, but also on the world scene. So pretty awesome. Not the same team though, but still.
So it was like a message that you send to every team, hey, we're there, okay? Watch us next year at the World.
That's it. So we got Razor on the approach here from Team Canada. We were joking around with him on our Facebook Live feed on Sunday, saying that this was his 66th national team. Obviously,
Well,
I'm
actually-
personally very good friends with everybody on Team Canada, so it's very easy to take jabs at everybody.
He's been on Team Canada for 12 years now.
So Jack, here's my big hug to the magnet for you.
Who's Jack? Jack Brace.
Jack Brace online.
Good morning, Jack.
Yeah. John Nelson, what's the pattern? It's 31-foot Rome. So if you go to worldbowling.org and you check out the patterns there, there's a bank of patterns for that. Let's try and see if I can get it on the screen here for you so we can maybe explain that. And if we see Mike Purdy from Kegel, maybe we can pick his brain a little bit about this. Patterns. And roll. All right. Our secondary screen's a little bit far for me, but it's okay. We'll make it work. All right. Welcome to the stream, Mary. Yeah, Steve is throwing bombs here early to start the block. So today we are bowling on World Bowling Rome 41 feet. We are using the ice conditioner, both forward and reverse. This is a medium volume pattern, only at 26 mils, and this place does have some friction in it. So I expect bowlers to migrate left pretty quick, and they're already starting pretty far left. So we'll see how this turns into with a pretty flat, 2.5 to 1 ratio. So we should see scores low, but we should still see some guys whack them. I would still think that 60 over would be a very good score on this. So just my 2 cents on that, everyone.
So plus 60, that would be 210.
Yeah.
Since they bowl 6 games. But 210 would be a pretty good score. So Steve B, lane 11, a strike.
Hope everybody's having a good Monday morning. I have yet to have my coffee. So if anyone in Calgary is listening on the live stream, large Timmy's, 2 milk, please. Well, at the other live event we were hosting, we were asking people to order pizza for us.
Pizza, chicken.
Maybe we'll do chicken on the way this time.
Yeah, why not?
One of our sponsors. Give them a call.
Now it's Warren Ailes. Wow, nice shot here. Got a strike. Warren is from Chandler, Arizona. And it's his first time on Team USA actually.
We've got some friends from Argentina watching as well. Like you guys are doing now, thank you for the comments. Just let us know where you want us to point the cameras and we'll do our best to do that for you at home. We are just here to make it entertaining for you so you can have fun watching us at home or hopefully not at work. Just don't blame us.
But if you are at work, you can take longer breaks. You know?
Okay, if you say so. So let's cut over to our friends of Argentina here on the left side. Get our mugs out of the screen there. All right.
Cancha Ocho, Nicolas Ruiz. Le lancer. Is it a strike or a 10-pin?
10-pin.
And first strike for Steve on lane 12.
See if Nicholas can pick this up. Again, welcome everybody. This is Mark Buffa alongside Guillaume Nadeau. We will be with you for the entire week, and we hope we are of entertainment value to you during the week, and also we will try to get some interviews with some of the delegates, some of the people responsible for this great event. And again, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for feeding us some questions. Makes it a little bit more enjoyable for the viewers and for us as well. This being a Canadian channel, you might hear us talk French a little bit just because we have our French viewers, and we might try to get some Spanish content in here with Guillaume's magnificent high school Spanish. I took one semester and it's long gone. Donc, merci à tous ceux et celles qui nous écoutent. Merci de partager, merci de vous abonner et n'oubliez pas de vous... Ah. Hang on. Right. We are at the front desk, so a lot of people think we're counter staff. Asking for ball returns and stuff. Yeah, John, this place, I think the scores will be kind of on the higher side because of the friction in this place. However, because it's a medium pattern, it won't force the bowlers outside. Outside in this bowling center isn't really the greatest. I've only bowled a couple times here, but if the middle's in play, it shouldn't be too bad. Just you got to make sure you keep your speed control. It just seems like the ball doesn't slow down at certain times. It's like the ball doesn't read the mid lane too well in this house, and plus we're using ice conditioner, so I think speed control is going to be key. We see Razor here just kind of amping it just a bit, and the ball gets behind the 10-pin for a 7-10 split, unfortunately. So, you know, obviously, like in every tournament, you need to dial in not only your equipment, but also your ball speed, your hand, and in which zone you're playing. So we do have the cream of the crop of the senior field here, so again, I do expect the scores to be somewhat on the higher side compared to what we would see at home. So, and everybody's ready for this for sure. So. go see on the women's side what's going on here, who we've got. Oh, hang on. Since
Whoop.
Mary's watching, we'll go back to Steve here.
Just for you, Mary.
He's on fire. He had
And-
his eggs this morning, that's for sure.
Well, he was at the brunch pretty early this morning, so he had time to wake up. And he's got 3 in a row. That's a strike, a spare, and 3 in a row. So 40 in the second frames, working on a 3-bagger. Now on your screen, Doug Schatz looking to get some energy here.
Ooh.
And whoa,
A little slip up.
and the Bahamas. That's Mr. Lockhart. He went high and left a 10-pin. And Team USA again on lane 11 with Warren. And as I told you earlier, this is his first time on a national team. And what a start by Warren with another strike. So the 2 Americans that we have on lane 11 and 12, they have 40 in the second frame, working on a 3-bagger. Aquí es Colombia con un strike. Cancha 8.
We'll try to cut a little bit more to the women. Our camera quality on the women's side are on the high end of the house, let's put it that way, because they will bounce around as the days progress. It's not as high as what we have here, so we will try to focus our efforts where the better quality is, but we will try to give you the best coverage possible. Jack Brace in the comments is live scoring available. Yes,
That will come.
that will come after game 1. We'll post a link. And obviously at the bottom of the screen, we will have those tickers at the bottom of the screen with the scores as these squads progress. We are not only streaming experts, but we are Lexer experts as well. So head over to lexerbowling.com. That is the software that we are using. And it is phenomenal. You guys are going to see frame-by-frame details. You're going to see a lot of stats, and hope you guys enjoy it.
Let's go back to Team USA on lane 12. Steve working on a 3-bagger. Looks good. Boom! Ham bone for Steve B.
We're treating our viewers well here. Let's go back to Team Colombia here on the lower end of the house.
Cancha número 7. Buen tiro. Un doble.
Let's see if Razor can figure this out here.
Hey, there you go, Razor. But that's only game 1, so you don't have to worry about low scores for first game. But obviously, you need to line up a bit.
Yep. You see, Jack Brace, we can do this at the first Players Tour in a couple weeks.
Why
With
not?
Leisure Lanes. You know, I don't know who you got to talk to there, but
Ooh, shaker strike.
our live stream kit is getting pretty good. We can move this around. For us to go across country here from the East Coast to the West Coast with our systems. pretty,
Anytime.
Well, your schedule's getting kind of busy, and with the Montreal Open just around the corner. So is mine.
A good spare here by the Bahamas, Mr. Lockhart. Encore une fois, tout le monde, on vous souhaite la bienvenue au championnat 2018 PABCON. Merci aux gens du Québec de nous regarder. Muchas gracias a todos los países para ver este campeonato PABCON. And that's a strike for the Dominican Republic. Now Doug Schatz is back on the lane 10. I think he would appreciate the double. Yeah, he missed on the right. So Mark, you have some update for the Montreal Open coming in September.
Yeah, just a shameless plug here since we own the stream. Might as well use it. We're hosting the first ever Montreal Open. So if you guys go over to our website, buffabowling.com, let me just switch over to that just so show you guys. So go to buffabowling.com, you see here the Montreal Open, click here to register. And we are now at 319 entries total. So make sure you sign up for that. September 8th and 9th, $5,000 first place. I'll show you guys the info here real quick.
And this tournament is to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Expo Key, the Bowl Expo in Montreal.
Yeah. So we've got everything's there. Make sure you check it out. We're almost full. Full capacity is 408 entries, and we will get there. So again, check it out, buffabowling.com, BUFFA bowling.com, and make sure to register.
And if you haven't met PDW yet in your life,
he will be there.
That will be the place to meet him, yes. To take pictures and watching, doing the croc chop.
So we've got some questions in the comments. What's the lane movement? So left lane goes left, right lane goes right, and we only skip a pair. So basically, if we look at it this way, Team USA, Steve would be now on lane 9 next game, and Team Bahamas would flip to the other end on lane 2. Or no, lane 14, excuse me.
Wow, Team USA is on fire. Drop a nickel.
I gotta go make a
5 in a row. So we're back on lane 9 with Doug. That was a better shot, but he left the 4 pin. And another strike for Team USA. All I can see is strike. So Mary, you're very lucky here, eh? So if I am not mistaken, there are 9 countries here this week for the PABCON Championship. We have the Dominican Republic, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Team USA, Argentina, Colombia, Panama, Mexico. So that's 8, Colombia, Canada, of course, Canada. My God, I forgot my own country. Hey, look at this on lane 10. Jose Perez. Un strike. 3. And here, Tyrone Knowles from the Bahamas. He went high on this one. Lucky enough to leave the 10 pin only. In front of you, the Dominican Republic starting the 10th frame with a first strike for Mr. Joseph Achet. Argentina. Un abat sur la ligne 9. Alors, c'est une première compétition internationale pour nous ici, le live stream, la web diffusion. Première compétition internationale. Nous étions tout dernièrement à Mississauga pour le championnat canadien, pour les épreuves de sélection canadiennes. Là où on avait vu Felicia Wong être grande championne. Felicia Wong qui était ici hier d'ailleurs, c'est elle qui a chanté l'hymne national lors de la cérémonie d'ouverture. Et pendant ce temps, Team USA continue sur sa lancée avec un 6e six-pack for Warren. Ça va super bien du côté des États-Unis. Alors que du côté canadien, Doug Schatz, c'est un peu plus difficile, pourra faire une partie de 179. So Team USA is on fire at this moment. Team Canada is struggling a little bit. Doug Schatz could finish his game with a strike, and that would be 179, sorry. So we remind you that the teams on the left will move on the left, and the teams on the right will move on the right. Well, not the teams, but I should say the lane, because today it's a single competition. This afternoon, after a short break, we will present the Super Senior competition. Tough shot for the Dominican Republic. And Razor now is on the approach for Canada, lane 10. So that's 5 in a row for Razor. Steve B on lane 11. Ooh, that's high. Will he get a strike? No. Lucky break here, 6-spin. For our friends in the Bahamas, Mr. Lockhart is looking for a 3-bagger. He is on the approach right now. So he has 120 in the 6th with a double. Let's see what he can do. Looks good. Boom! That's a 3-bagger. He knew it was good. Colombia, cancha 8. Oscar. $214 para Oscar. Horacio Bustos, cancha número 8. 135 con un strike. Mira, mira. Buen tiro. 2 strikes. Es posible que Horacio terminado la partido con 195. Mira. ¿Está bien? No. Argentina. Argentina 166. Un spare, pienso. Sí, un spare. 184 por el jugador de Colombia. And here, lane 11, Tyrone went left. That's a 7 count. So we are about to end the first game of this single event. Steve B with a spare here could shoot 236. No, oh boy. And on the women's side, I think that they are done with the first game. The ladies are moving on their next pair. So as soon as everyone is finished, we will have the results for this game, and then we'll be able to give you the link so you can follow your favorite bowler, favorite country. Después del partido número 1, vamos a dar los resultados. It's a tough challenge for me to speak Spanish with you, but I think that you appreciate back at home. Es muy difícil de hablar español, pero espero que tú que te gusta. Mi hablo español contigo. 4 strikes for the Bahamas. That's a hambone. 120 in the 6, 4 strikes, 2 balls to go in the 10th frame for Team Bahamas. Same for Warren Ailes. With another strike, he would be in the 250s. Oh boy. Way too high, and he leaves the 6, 9, and 10. So ladies are starting their second game. Let's finish this pair before we have a look at what the women are doing on their side. I know that on our featured pair, there's a Canadian team and also a team from the Bahamas. So that's his pair here. 236 for Steve B and Warren 249. And they should lead the field. What I see over there, Puerto Rico 205, 213, México 160 202. So while the men are changing pairs, let's have a look at the women. As I told you earlier on, we have Canada here and Bahamas. Thank you very much, Mr. Brace, for your comment. Alors, on fait une petite pause pour les hommes. Les hommes qui, présentement, sont en train de changer d'allée. Et les femmes ont d'ailleurs débuté leur deuxième partie. On a une équipe, comme vous l'avez remarqué, des Bahamas présente. Canada également. À la gauche, c'est le Mexique. Alors ce matin, nous étions très tôt à la salle pour le déjeuner. Excellent déjeuner à l'hôtel Coast Plaza. Très bel hôtel, très bel accueil. So yesterday was the official practice, and also we had the opening ceremonies. If you want to watch this, there's a link in our page. We had the privilege to see the induction of Hazel McCleary to the PABCON Hall of Fame, as well as Bob Puttick. Two great individuals from Canada. They really deserve this award. We all know that Hazel is is the first lady of bowling in Canada. She covered bowling for our country during so many competitions, championships. She is also a member of the Bowling Writers Hall of Fame, the Tenpin, the Canadian Tenpin Federation Hall of Fame. Last May she came to Mississauga for the Canadian team trials. Joe Kayak, who's here this week, was inducted in the CTF Hall of Fame, and since it's always her birthday on that particular weekend in May, like the gift she wanted was to come to see Joe Kayak and make sure she was part of this special recognition for him. So I think that Mark Buffa is trying to get the results for us. Shouldn't be long. As soon as we're done with the result, we have them. We will post them And also, you will get the results in the little banner at the bottom of your screen. Once again, we would like to thank our sponsor, Chicken on the Way here. There are so many locations in Calgary for Chicken on the Way. There's one on Kensington Road, Crowfoot, Crescent, 17th Avenue, McLeod Trail, Mackenzie Town Avenue, Temple Drive, Main Street, 99th Street, and Tudor Glen Market. So if you need to eat some good chicken while you are in Calgary, that's the place to go, Chicken on the Way. And if you're looking for a new car, don't forget to go to Kramer Mazda. Thank you Bahamas for watching us. So our next event here for Buffa Bowling will be the Montreal Open in September 8th and 9th. Whoops. We had a little problem with our camera behind the lanes of the women, and now it's back. We'll see if Canada will make the spare here, a 10-pin. Whoops, in the gutter. And that's a good spare for Bahamas. That was not an easy one. A 7 count is always difficult. The more pins you leave, the more difficult is your spare. That's a good spare for Canada, 9 count. Oh, strike here. That shot was good. Now we're talking. On est de retour du côté des hommes. Les allées ont changé un tout petit peu. Comme vous le savez, Les allées bougent vers la gauche et vers la droite, dépendamment sur quelle allée vous êtes. Oh! Et là, ça, c'était peut-être un des meilleurs lancers que j'ai vu de Razor jusqu'à présent. Donc, Canada maintenant croise avec Puerto Rico. Sur allées 9 et 10, vous avez l'Argentine qui est là avec l'équipe des États-Unis. Sur 11 et 12, les allées un petit peu plus à droite, c'est le Mexique et la République dominicaine. Pour l'Argentine, c'est Jorge. Jorge là-bas. Il a une réserve, un abat, une réserve, un abat. Il est à la recherche d'un abat sur l'allée 9 parce que sur la 10, il n'y a aucun problème. Extrême droite, c'est le Mexique qui tente la réserve. C'était les quilles 3 et 6. C'est bien réussi. Steve B maintenant, allée 9. Tenpin party in the pit. And that's good for 3 strikes. Hey Travis, I'm not a senior yet. Come on. But that's coming. I'll be there. Ooh, Razor got a strike, a lucky one. Note that, oh, the 10-pin left. He was about to get the split, but from my angle here, I can't see the 10-pin, so I really have to look at what we have on the screen here to make sure I don't say stupid things. So let's have a look at the Dominican right here. Jose Perez is on the approach. He is 58 years old. Tiene 58 años. Buen tiro para el jugador de la República Dominicana. Él tiene 66 jugos perfectos. Para México, Manuel, un strike. Mario Garcia sobre la cancha 12. Mario tiene 58 años. Comienza a jugar al boliche 23 años. Sobre la cancha 11, Joseph Hachette es de Santo Domingo. ha representado su país 12 veces. Serge Rioux, bonjour Serge. Non, il n'y a pas que les hommes qui jouent ce matin, il y a les femmes aussi qui jouent de l'autre côté de la salle sur les allées 19 à 30. C'est un peu plus difficile pour nous de les suivre, étant donné que notre booth de diffusion est directement en arrière de celui des hommes. Cependant, Serge, les femmes vont changer et les hommes aussi vont changer, donc ça va nous permettre peut-être, je te dirais demain, d'avoir une meilleure couverture des femmes. And it's another strike for José. Merci de nous suivre, Serge. Si tu as d'autres personnes, tu peux leur dire de venir se joindre à nous. On fait bien entendu la diffusion en anglais, diffusion en français et je m'amuse un petit peu à pratiquer mon espagnol. Alors, on voit encore la République dominicaine ici avec Joseph. S'en va haut, le sticky 6 et 10. On va aller faire un petit tour du côté canadien cette fois-ci. Now let's have another look at the Canadian bowlers. Doug Schatz is on the approach, looking for a strike, and that's it. He had an open frame in the 6th. And on lane 8 on the approach right now is Edgardo Ruiz. I remember bowling against him back in 2010 at the Tournament of the Americas. And that's another strike for him, 4 in a row. Edgardo started bowling at the age of 10, and that was in 1968. He has been on the national team of Puerto Rico multiple times. And on lane 7, waiting for his turn from Puerto Rico también, is Antonio Santa. Antonio Santa es de Puerto Rico, tiene 64 años, comienza a jugar a la edad 24 en 1968. I am pretty sure that most of the bowlers here once represented their country. Well, I should say the countries from the South America and the Caribbean. because we all know that there is a special championship that they have. It's like the Olympics for the Central American. And bowling is included. Razor, Razor, Razor. Oh no, big ugly split for Razor after a string of strikes. He pulled that one. Edgardo Ruiz is back. Oh, he was pretty confident on this one. And that's good for 5. Strikes, pair, and 5 in a row. We'll see if Razor can cover that split. No. And here, let's have a look at Team USA Steve B. Looking for a double. Yes. Pump fist. Was looking for that strike since he had an open frame in the 5th. So he now has a double. That's good for 105 in the 5th. Argentina ahora. Sobre la cancha 9. Oh, c'est loin, c'est loin, c'est loin. So far. He went to Winnipeg on that one. Oh, thank you, Jack Brace. Good comment here. Jack Brace in the feed is saying that Tony Antonio Santa is the defending Masters PABCON champion in Santo Domingo. So we should keep an eye on him. Oh, non. Je croyais que c'était bon pour l'Argentine. Donc, on a la République maintenant, République dominicaine sur l'approche. Elle est 11. Et c'est bon pour un abat. République dominicaine qui habituellement est un pays très fort dans ces types de compétitions. On sait que du côté des jeunes et des adultes, c'est nul autre que Craig Woodhouse qui est l'entraîneur officiel de la République dominicaine. Cette fois-ci, on dirait bien que les joueurs sont venus sans entraîneur. So Team Dominican Republic is a very, very good country. We know that their coach for the youth and the adults is none other than Craig Woodhouse. Ouh! Oh oh! Quel abat de la part de la République dominicaine. Pour moi, c'est le Chinook qui a passé parce que c'était pas parti pour être un abat. Mais là, les quilles se sont bousculées là, au ralenti. Horacio Bustos, cancha 10. And Steve B on lane 9. Steve is looking for a strike. He was hoping that the tenpin would fall, but that didn't happen. So, but now it's done with that second volley shot. Spare for him. Now he's talking with his teammate, Warren. Maybe he's giving him some advice on what to do. And I think that Steve will change equipment. He had a Storm Pitch Black in his hand. Now the Pitch Black is gone. Oh no, he's doing some adjustment on the thumb. Baby split for Dominican Republic. And now it's Warren on the lanes. He's throwing that ball very hard. I think that he wants to stay on the right hand side of the lane. He doesn't want to cross and move left. He is very tall and very powerful. And that's a spare for Horacio Bustos. On lane 11, you see the Mexican bowler. This is Manuel Golzari. He is 58 years old, and he started bowling in 1982. He was 22 years old at that time. Spare for him. So most of the teams now, well, the lanes, the bowlers will soon finish their second game. The pace is very fast, only 2 bowlers per lane. 6 games will be played this morning. No finals. So for Manuel here on lane, whoops, sorry everyone. For Manuel on lane 12. At the first World Senior Championship, Manuel won a bronze medal in the team event. And he has been the national champion 6 times so far in Mexico. Donc regardez maintenant, je vous disais que Warren lançait une bombe. Regardez ça aller. Et quand ça arrive d'un quille comme ça, ça frappe. Je serais curieux de savoir à quelle vitesse il lance. Oh boy! Vous ne l'avez pas vu à la caméra, mais Edgardo Ruiz a manqué une réserve. Ça ne doit pas être dans ses habitudes. C'était les quilles 6 et 10. Il aurait pu faire une partie dans les 230, mais il se contente d'une certaine façon d'un 224. va aller jeter un petit coup d'œil. Là, on est en attente sur les allées 11 et 12. Il y a un petit problème avec le pointage. Donc, on va voir Steve B. C'est haut. Avec une réserve, il va s'en sortir avec une partie de 200 quand même. Mais on le voit, là, il n'est pas satisfait. Il y a quelque chose qui ne fonctionne pas. Son expression, ses yeux en disent long sur son état d'âme présentement. So with the spare here, Steve B will be in the 200s. But it's pretty obvious that he's not happy with how he bowls right now. So for Canada Dog Shots, it's 171 with 350 after 2 games. Razor 200, 413 after 2. Puerto Rico, I see Edgardo Ruiz with 437 after 2. Je vais vous montrer la réserve de l'Argentine, du joueur Jorge. La réserve jouera un très bon match. We'll have a really good game here. With a strike, it would be 218. And the action is back on lane 11 and 12 with a Brooklyn strike for Mexico. Ball change here for Steve. That's 210. 446 after 2. Ahora María. Pienso lo mismo. Alex Sánchez es el mejor. Vamos México. Oh, c'est plein un peu, a little bit high for Manuel, but that's a strike. With another strike, he would be in the 200s. Flat 10 for Warren. And on the other side of the bowling center, on the other end, the ladies are starting their third game. Well, some of them are not finished with the second game, but some other lanes decided to start already. Oh, nice finish by the Dominican Republic. 4 strikes. So for Joseph, that's a 190 game. And on lane 9 with a strike, Warren could shoot 223. Let's see. Yes. No doubt on that one. Alors, on est sur le point de terminer pour les hommes la deuxième partie. Et le traducteur officiel pour les équipes hispanophones court depuis tantôt. Donc pour les Bahamas, we have 166 for Mr. Knowles and Mr. Lockhart 201. Oh, and now we have the scores. Okay, everyone, so so if you go in our feed, there's a link to get the scores. Just click on that link. And there we go. So Joe Kayak after 2 is first, but I mean there are only 4 bowlers with 2 games listed here, so we will wait until everyone is finished. And for the women, we're still waiting for 4 bowlers to get their score. So as soon as everything is in the book, we will share the results with you. So let's have a look at the ladies here. Team USA is on our featured pair, as well as Puerto Rico. So if you are in the greater Calgary area, make sure to visit our sponsor. Without them, the live stream wouldn't be possible. So thank you, Big Chief Jerky. Chicken on the way, many locations in Calgary. Thanks to CTF, the Canadian Tenpin Federation, to host this tournament. Obviously, thank you, Buffa Distribution, the bowling expert. Thanks, Kegel, for the lane maintenance. Thank you, Let's Bowl, for hosting the PABCON Championship. Let me see if I can get all the results. Okay, so ladies, Canadian Jill Frizz is first after 2 games. She has 436. Sharon Powers is second with 416. PWBA member Tish Johnson is third with -5. Marta Lopez is fourth with 389. Debly from Canada is fifth. And there's a tie with her teammate Susan Grande. Both bowlers have 385. Lucy Sandelin from Team USA is 7th with 377. Angelica Ruiz, pardoname, is 8th with 369. Team USA member Paula Vidal is 9th with 366. And Gloria Oranjo is 10th with 361. So that's the top 10 here for the women. As for the men, we're still waiting for 4 bowlers to get the result here. Alors voilà, nous les avons, les pointages pour les hommes. Donc Warren Hills est premier avec 472. Salvador Suarez, deuxième avec 459. Steve B et Laney Boresh sont à égalité, troisième, quatrième position avec 446. Juan Narvaez is fifth with 439. Tie with Joe Kayak 439. And look what I'll do here, just to show you something interesting. Okay, just a second. Okay, so in the feed that Mark provided you the link to get to the scores. So this is what you get when you click on the link. And what is very interesting about this is that you can click on your favorite bowler. So let's say your favorite bowler is Joe Kayak. Okay, so you click on Joe Kayak's name, and it will bring you to his own personal statistics and information. Okay, so you clearly see the number of games he has bowled so far, his total, highest game, highest series. If you go down a little bit, frame by frame statistics. Oh no, it's right here, frame by frame statistics. So what is so cool about Lexer is that, for example, you see here what pins did he leave here in the first frame. So you just drag here, don't click, and look, you see the 10 pins and the remaining pins that he left for this 6 count. And here 7th frame, oh, he left a 10 pin. And if you want to see here, you see, so he had many 9 counts in the first 5 frame. So that was a 10 pin, 7 pin, 7 pin, 7 pin again. So that's pretty cool. And here you can see also the statistics, how many frames he bowled in game number 1, on which lane he bowled, how many strikes he got, as well as pairs, close frame, 9 pins, everything. Lexer is the #1 source, the #1 software for leagues and tournaments, believe me. And you can do this with every bowler you have on the list. Let's have a look at our leader on the women's side, Jill Frills. Let's see what she did. You see 219, 217. So you see here she had 3 9 counts, and she got the spare 3 times. No open frames when she had 9 counts, and that's, and if you look here, 7 counts, she had 3 of them, 1 open, one close, 1 open, 1 missed. And the statistics as well here. Too bad she had an open frame in the 10th after a 3-bagger. So that's it. Just click on your favorite bowlers and you'll get everything you need, every statistics. Oh, Bob Learn here, 406.16. I'm curious to see Bob Learn. Okay, so let's go back to the action. Now that you know how it works, so we have Mexico here. Manuel on lane 9. 3rd frame, strike for him.
It's good.
After a slow start, the player here for Colombia got his first strike in the game in the 4th. He had 3 open frames to start. Argentina ahora con un strike sobre la cancha 11. And now it's Colombia. David Romero leaving the 6th and the 10th. So if you think I am the only one doing the stream here in the booth, it's just that Mark Buffa worked really hard to get the results for you, to get the link, make sure that everything was right, that everything works properly. He is the tech guy, actually. Without him, nothing of this would be possible. We have a really nice setting, 2 screens, a soundboard, iPad, computer. Nice setup. So we are about halfway through the third game. I see a lot of open frames, lots of splits actually. On aimerait remercier Pierre-Luc Larouche qui a partagé le lien d'ailleurs sur Facebook. Surveillez le groupe Quilles Québec Bowling. C'est un groupe très important que nous avons au Québec. Toutes les nouvelles les plus importantes de quilles y sont partagées. Pierre-Luc et son coéquipier Patrick Dextras font un travail extraordinaire avec ce groupe afin que nous puissions être informés de tout ce qui se passe dans le domaine des quilles. Donc, merci d'avoir fait le partage de notre lien pour la diffusion. I would like to thank Pierre-Luc Larouche. He is in charge of the Facebook group, which is called Quilles Québec Bowling. It's all in French, but if you know some of French, then I would suggest you join this group because most, if not all, the news from Quebec are there in this group. And this morning, about an hour ago, Pierre-Luc shared our link to watch the live stream of this PABCON championship. So thank you, Pierre-Luc. Him and his colleague Patrick Dextars are doing one hell of a good job for covering bowling in Quebec. So thank you guys for your hard work. So make sure to feed us in the chat room on YouTube. If you have any questions, if you want us to show you your favorite bowlers, this is something we can do. With our camera, we can cover a lot of lanes, as you can see. Si quieres ver un jugador, dígame. Oh, that's an open frame for Argentina. So the scores so far on lane 11 and 12. Nelson Vargas has 65 in the fifth, working on a strike. And Jorge is on the approach. You can't see him, but he'll be there in about a second. There you go. Nice shot by Jorge. That's a double for him after an open frame. And now Nelson from Colombia is on the approach. Nice shot. Ooh, ringing 10 for him. Hello, Mr. Lewis. How you doing this morning? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate. Tell your friends, share the link on Facebook so we can have as much people as possible watching us. And when I mean us, I mean them, the senior at the PABCON Championships. Well, by looking at the chat room, I see that there are many fans of Steve B. So, just for you, let's have a look at his shot. He has 75 in the fourth, working on a double. Oh, that's high. That's a 7 count. The 3, 6, and the 10. Now David Slater from Team Bahamas. I think that he covered a really nice pair in the 6. He had a 6 count. That was a split. And he made that spare. Now he left the 8th pin. There are not so many left-handers I see for the men. There's one from Panama, I think, on lane 3 and 4. There's David Slater, as I told you a couple of seconds ago, from the Bahamas. It doesn't seem like a good day for him. Let's have a closer look at Mexico now. The two players are talking together, giving some advice. Even though it's a single, it's the singles today, I think that that the players try to help each other a lot. Earlier on, we saw Steve B and Warren from Team USA chatting a lot. Now the Mexican team as well. About the scores. So if you want to know the results of your favorite bowlers, you just have to click on our link. I will just copy it again instead of you trying to look up in the chat room. There you go. So you just have to click on that link and you will have a direct access to that. Let me give it to you right here. Okay. So this way you can click on your favorite bowler to get access to the personal statistics. And as you can see here, Jill Frizz is number 1 after 2 games. And she is from Canada. So that would be the best way to get the results. I think the Canadians are doing good so far. Joe Kayak is 6th right now. So for Mexico, here on lane 9, we have Manuel Gozari. Hey, was confident on this one. He has 209 in the 8th frame, and that was his 9th frame with that strike. Oh, wow. Colombia just missed a 4-pin. So in a couple of minutes, we should have the results after 3 games for the women. Team USA Steve B, lane 8. Non, ça va pas à son goût. We have some people from the Bahamas watching. Thank you very much. Here's one of your favorite, Leonardo Davis on lane 7. Yes. Le point brandi là-bas. Double in the 10th. With another strike for Leonardo, that would be 2-11. $189 for Steve, Team USA. He missed that spare in the 10th, but he is still doing good after 3. You will have a result of 635 after 3, and another good shot for Leonardo, leaving the 10 pin for 210. So that game will bring him in the 200s.
Yo, I got my coffee from the live stream. It's true. You can mention it.
He's the boss, so.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Nice shot for Mexico. I think I'm going to move the camera to lane 9 and 10. Manuel Garzari could shoot the highest game of the morning. With 2 more strikes, that would be 269. Dennis, this is Manuel on lane 9 and 10, just for you. So he started with a spare, then he threw 6 strikes, got a spare in the 8th, and now he's working on a double. He is on the approach. No, that won't work this time. So I would say, fortunately for him, that 6th count won't be too nasty for him. That's a 6 count, because there's the 8 pin behind the 3 pin. And usually with that 9 pin at the back, it's always difficult to get that spare. De nada, Denise. And Edgardo Ruiz on lane 9. He got lucky a couple of shots ago with a Brooklyn strike, and he was able to keep the strings going. He ended up with a 5 baggers for 224, and we'll see if that spare will be done. You see, I told you that was a difficult one. He was just a bit too high on that spare, and he left the 10 pin. But still, that's a 240, 254 game for him. And if he doesn't take the lead, he will be close, because now he has 684 after 3 games. So Jim, what pattern are they bowling on? Give me a second and I will show you.
I asked to have Wednesday off so I could bowl. Well, it's because they didn't have no work for me. I'm still thinking of when Andy.
Left click. I'm gonna try to get these.
So, Jim, this is the pattern that they are bowling on. This is the World Bowling Rome, 41 feet of oil. And here's the graphic. There you go. I'm not too good at explaining oil patterns, but it's a medium one, and Mark told us this morning because he described the pattern a little bit. He gave us his thoughts about how the player would play this pattern, and he thought that he wouldn't be surprised to see bowlers moving on the left pretty early during this squad. And if I look at Steve B, this is how he bowls. But it's not the majority of bowlers that are playing that left. I see a lot of bowlers going straight. So Jim, if you're good with numbers, I'm pretty sure that you have a better idea than I do for this oil pattern, but I mean, now you know. My pleasure, Jim. We'll see if we have some results for you. Don't forget, there's a link in the chat room that you can click. As soon as the bowlers are finished, boom, the scores are updated on the internet. This is quite magic. Hey, remember back in the days we had to wait for the manager to write the scores on the board. Now this time is gone. So Warren is first after 3 games with 691. Lenny Boresh from Team USA as well is second with 690. Oh, I told you that this 254 game would give a hand to Manuel Gozari from Mexico, and he is now third with 684. Salvador Suarez is fourth with 683. It's very close. There are only 8 pins that separate number 1 to number 4. Jose Perez is fifth with 666. Edgardo Ruiz, very consistent with games of 213, 224, and 224, is sixth with 661. Juan Narvaez is seventh with 647. Razor from Canada is eighth with 636. Steve B is now ninth with 635. That last game of his, 189, didn't help him. Joel Kayak is 10th now with 633. So this is the top 10 for the men. And for the women, Jill Frizz is still first with 620. Marta Lopez is second with 590. Sharon Powers third, 585. Lucy Sandelin is fourth with 577. She had her first 200 games last game. Debbie Lee is fifth with 573. Tish Johnson sixth with a 556. Paula Vida at 7. Ana Melendez 8th. Susan Grande 9th. And Hilda Arroyo 10th. So a great way for you to get the complete stats of your personal favorites is to click on the name of your favorite bowler. So let's have a look at let's say Edgardo Ruiz. Okay, so let's say he is your favorite bowler and you want to know more about him, just click on his name and Lexer will provide you with all the statistics that you need. It goes from open frames to average on first ball, makeable spares, the number of strikes, the number of spares, the percentages of makeable spares, everything is up there. And what I like about Lexer is that when you go down the page, okay, you can see frame by frame the result. So for instance, okay, you see, let's say, third game, 7th frame, he left a 9 count, and you want to know which pin he left, so you just drag your mouse there, and you see that he left the 9 pin. Same with, let's say, the 10th frame in the second game, you just drag your mouse over there, and oh boy, that was the 6th and the 10th pin, and he missed that. Too bad. And also it's a good way for the bowlers, once they're done, to go back here and try to analyze what they could have done better, you know? So this is Lexer, the #1 resource, the #1 software for your result, for leagues, tournament. If you want this software, you can ask us at Buffa Bowling. So for the first time today on our featured pair, lane 11 and 12, we have Canadian Joe Kayak and John Chapman. At the ball return, this is Joe Kayak. He was inducted in the Canadian Tenpin Hall of Fame last May at the Canadian Team Trials in Mississauga. His speech was very, very emotional. His family was there, his best friends, Hazel as well. I remember being there, and you know, I was supposed to do the translation, and to be honest with you, I wasn't able to translate a word of what Joe said because it came from the heart, and you know, it was his moment, and I didn't want to cut the pace on his speech, and you know, this is something I will remember for the rest of my life. And unfortunately, after a really good start here with 3 strikes, John Chapman is having some issues with the lanes. He had a split in the 4th, now went high, leaving a big ugly split. The 4, 6, 7, 10. I remember seeing Walter Ray Williams Jr. making that spare on the PBA some years ago. John Chapman is from Ontario. He's the manager of the Planet Bowl Bowling Center in the Greater Toronto area. So you see left-hander southpaw David Slater with a strike. I think this is his best start of the morning so far. He has a strike, 2 spares, and another strike. Bad shot here for Edgardo. So thanks for watching us. Thanks for watching the live stream of the 2018 PABCON Championship, the senior and the super senior. This is the 4th game of the single event. There are 9 countries competing this week. Canada, of course, the United States, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Bahamas, Panama, Colombia, Argentina, and I think, yeah, the Dominican Republic, La República Dominicana. So that's 9 countries. And here on lane 12, you see from Puerto Rico, Antonio Santa. Oh, leaving the 7 pin. He started this 4th game with 5 strikes. And earlier this morning, our good friend Jack Brace told us that Antonio Santa, let me see that. Yeah, is the defending master champion for this championship, the PABCON Championship. We'll see if he can cover that 7 pin. Well done for him. Doesn't look happy though. Brooklyn strike for David Slater. And a spare for John Chapman. On my right, I see Mr. 300, Bob Learn Jr. He is on lane 13. We can't see him at the moment. He didn't look happy with his last shot. He left the 2 pin. He will be on lane 11 and 12 the next game. So make sure to share the link for this live stream on your Facebook account. Very easy. It's youtube.com/Buffa Bowling. And once you're there, just click on the bell so you can have notifications when we are online. My name is Guillaume Nadeau, the Magnet, and I will be here this week to provide you with the live stream. Mark Buffa is my co-host. He is the lecture guru, so that's him who programmed the software for the bowlers. He did that last night at the hotel. Now he's just making sure that all the scores are well are adding up correctly, I should say. So he is with me. Don't worry, he will join me here at the booth. And Joe Kayak, now 3 strikes. Turkey for him. So David Romero at the left-hand side of your screen from Colombia is still looking for a strike. He has yet to strike in this 4th game after 6 frames. That's a slow start. And on the right you see Mr. Señor Antonio Santa. That's a really, really good start for him. Oh, he was confident on that one. What a game so far. Seven strikes out of 8. C'est Joe Kayak maintenant sur l'allée 11 pour 4 à bas. Voyons voir. Ça semble bon. Hembone for Kayak. Hey, it's coming. The boom is coming, Joe. Keep striking. Keep striking. So Mark was talking about players moving left. Edgardo is one of them. So this is the 4th game. I remind you, it's only 6 games, no final. Total pinfall, no handicap. The winner takes it all. Antonio Santa. Wow. He looks solid. Hey, he wants to make a comeback with that game. He could. He's sitting 12th right now with 6-16. faux départ pour Edgardo. He will start over his routine. That's the best thing you can do, eh? If you stop during your approach, just start everything over from the scratch. Joe Kayak looking for 5. Oh! Boom! 5 in a row for Joe. He wanted that boom, he got the boom. No match play, no nothing. 6 games, that's it. But there may be match play for the Masters though. Wow, that's 4 in a row. Hambone for Ruiz. The super seniors have arrived at the bowling center. They are waiting to bowl later on today around 12:31. Antonio Santa looking for another strike. No, Tenpin. John Chapman is on lane 11. Wants a strike, too high. Big ugly split in the 10th. So here with the strike, Antonio Santa could shoot 258, 258 con un strike. No. 7. Momento, por favor. $255. Joe Kayak, lane 11. Yeah, 6-pack. La caisse de 6 pour Joe Kayak. And 5 in a row for Edgardo Ruiz. Vamos Puerto Rico. And while I was watching the scores, Joe Kayak got another strike. Oh, ça va être haut, ça va être haut. Nice pair here by David Slater. But I think that you didn't see that spare, sorry. And Joe with another strike. Well done, Joe Kayak. 242 with an 8-bagger. Fantastic, Joe Kayak. So with that, that will help Joe Kayak to move up and move closer to a middle. Same for Edgardo Ruiz. .244 for the Puerto Rican. So this is the end of the fourth game. Here we go. We'll get the actions from lane 7, 8, 9, and 10. Mario Garcia de Mexico is on lane 7. He has 193 in the 9th with a strike in the 10th. It looks good. No, a bit high. Oh, trip 4 for him. Spare for Colombia with a strike here. Nelson from Colombia could shoot 222. Nelson Vargas. And for Team Dam, Jose Marte 186. And Leonardo Davis 166. He left the 10-pin. And David Slater now working on a spare in the 9th. So this game should help David's confidence because after 3 games, I'm pretty sure that he was not happy with his scores. And from the Dominican Republic on lane 8, this is Cesar Vidal. Nice shot by David. Oh, let me move the camera a bit so you have a better look for these 4 lanes. There you go. Oh, missing the spare here. Too bad. And Manuel Garzari on lane 7. He has 5 strikes in a row. Will he get a 6th one? No, way too high. Don't forget to leave us your comments in the chat room. If you want to see a specific bowler, we can have access to almost everyone. So really good game for Manuel from Mexico, 236. And David Romero on lane 9. He has a tough spares of 6 count. That was the bucket. Missed that spare, but still it was the fill ball here, 196. So lane 2, 5, and 6 are not finished. Alors, on est en train de changer d'aller chez les hommes. La 5e partie va débuter. Il n'en reste que 2. Alors là, ça va commencer à jouer du coude un peu plus. Pour les plus nostalgiques, vous verrez à l'écran sur les allées 11-12 Bob Learn Jr. Je ne sais pas si vous étiez là, mais moi j'y étais il y a quelques années, dans le temps de ABC, dans les belles années de la PBA qu'on avait, les tournois du samedi. Bob Learn Jr. avait joué 4 parties absolument extraordinaires. C'est un record qui tient toujours. Un record de TV. C'était durant les finales de Step Ladders qu'on avait. Bob Learn avait fait une partie de 300 pour débuter les finales télévisées. Avait poursuivi avec 290, 280. Puis il avait gagné le championnat avec 279. C'est un record qui tient toujours. C'était mémorable de voir ça en direct à la télé. En plus, il était dans sa ville. Si je me souviens bien, c'était en Pennsylvanie. Là, ça, j'y vais de mémoire. Sa conjointe était là, ses enfants aussi. C'était tout un moment. Et en plus, ses adversaires, je me souviens, ses adversaires lui avaient donné du fil à retordre aussi. Il y avait John Mazza qui était là. Il y avait Johnny Petraglia aussi, si je me souviens bien. Chose certaine, c'est un moment de télévision qu'on n'oubliera jamais. Certainement, si vous allez sur YouTube, que vous allez trouver les parties. Alors, le voilà. Sur les allées 11-12. Bob Learn Jr. So as I was saying in French a couple of seconds ago, I don't know, guys, if you remember that back in the 90s, Bob Learn on ABC, back in the good old days of the PBA, he won a championship in his hometown, but that championship was really, really special because he started the finals with a 300 game. Then he went for games of 290, 280, and 279 to win the championship. So this is still a record that he holds. And I remember myself watching this TV finals, and I was so impressed, so pumped up. I was at the edge of my seat watching Bob Learn. He has 146 perfect games. So that's the reason why his nickname is Mr. 300. And Lenny Borish now is on lane 11. I saw the name in the chat room, so there are a couple of fans of him. He started bowling at the age of 10. He owns 4 PBA 50 titles. And he has 31 regional PBA titles as well. So now at the bottom of your screen you have the live results. Thanks to Mark Buffa. He should provide us with the results of the women in a couple of minutes. Bowling with the American on lane 11 and 12. We have two bowlers from the Bahamas, David Slater and Leonardo Davis, who just got a spare here. For Slater on lane 11, back in 1991, he was the winner of the Greater Miami International. And he has been a member of the Bahamas national team 11 times. Ooh! Have you seen this? For a second, we thought that he would leave the 4 and the 6, but at the end, he got a strike. And 6 times he was the national champion in the Bahamas. So David is quite a bowler. And for Leonardo Davis, who will bowl on lane 12. I'll get you some stats about him. And you've just witnessed a strike by Bob Learn Jr. For Leonardo Davis on lane 12. That's a big ugly split. And let's see, he has one perfect game. He shot that perfect game in 2015. He won a bronze medal at the 2014 Tournament of the Americas in Florida. At the 2017 World Cup, he finished 25th. And he has been the national champion 5 times. So the Bahamas are well represented this week. He has just entered the senior division. He is 51 years old. Good shot by Slater. 3 in a row to start this 5th game. And on the left-hand side of your screen, you saw Joe Kayak with a strike. And we have the results after 4. Mexican Manuel Gozari is first now with 920. The last 2 games help him to clinch the first place now. Edgardo Ruiz is second with 905, but behind him is Lenny Boric and Warren Hills with 904. So everything is possible at this moment, even for Salvador Suarez with 893 and Joe Kayak with 875 and Antonio Senta with 871. So the results, it's wow, what a run, eh? What a race. Last 2 games are so important because I remind everyone that there is no finals here. So far the podium would be Manuel, Edgardo, and Lenny. Let's have a look now at the ladies. Jill Frills is still first, but Deb Lee is trying to steal the first place from Jill Frills. Sharon Powers is third with 782, and Lucy Sandelin is fourth with 757. Tish Johnson is now fifth with 750. Marta Lopez is sixth with 749. So I remind everyone, that if you want to see the results, you have to click on our link, which is right here at the top. Okay, I'll make sure to copy that link once again in our feed. All right, so just click on that link, you'll get the result. And what is cool about Lexer is that you can click on your favorite bowler, Tish Johnson, for example, and you get all her statistics. Even what I like the most about Lexer is this: when you just move here on a count, you can see what the person left. So here we see that Tish Johnson, second game, third frame, she left the double wood. Really cool. So it's Lenny Borish on lane 11. Really good ball. Turkey for him. On the left hand side of your screen, this is Joe Kayak. Now on the approach, and on lane 12, David Slater unfortunately went high. What about Joe? What about Joe? Whoa, strike for Joe. So we'll see what John Chapman can do here. Right here. He has a 3-bagger, an open, a double, and now it's another turkey for him. He did the ball change, and I think that helped him a lot. Donc, on va voir si Joe Kayak est maintenant en mesure d'effectuer un 4e abat consécutif. Il est devant nous. Ça semble bon, encore une fois, un 4e. Ça semble être facile pour Joe. Rappelons, il a terminé avec 8 abats consécutifs il y a quelques minutes lors de la fin de la 4e partie. Puis là, ben, après 7 carreaux, il a 6 abats. Et le joueur de la République dominicaine ici, qui est José Marte, malheureusement, c'est un carreau vert pour lui. Toujours à la recherche d'un abat après 7 carreaux. Et on va voir maintenant César Vidal sur l'allée 10. Il laisse la priorité à son adversaire du Panama sur l'allée 8. Et maintenant, il se présente sur l'allée 10. Bonjour à la France. Merci de nous suivre. Non, il ne semble pas y avoir de problème avec les allées 17-18. C'est tout simplement une paire d'allées qui n'est pas utilisée présentement pour la compétition en simple. So, good morning, Elizabeth. Thanks for watching. And because you said please, I give you some women. Some action from the women's side. It's kind of difficult for us, to be honest with you, because they are far from us and we can't see the names, who exactly is bowling, and we don't see the results, so it's kind of hard to describe. But you know what, Liz? The ladies will be on the left-hand side of the bowling center later on this week, and the men will be on the right-hand side of the bowling center. So this way it will be easier for us to describe the action for the women. But for sure, now we have Canada, and I think it's Jill Frizz on the approach. She is number 1 after 4 games. And what a terrific shot by her. That's a strike. Her coach is really proud. Eh? You saw the high five. Mais il n'y a pas à s'inquiéter pour les allées 17-18. Ces allées-là seront utilisées un peu plus tard durant la semaine. Alors, on a l'équipe de Bahamas présentement sur l'allée. Mauvais lancer ici, des quilles 1, 2, 4 et 10. Just an update for the men. Joe Kayak now has 5 strikes in a row. So the ladies are, some ladies are finishing their 5th game. So it will be interesting to see who will be in the race for a podium. So Liz, just give me a second and I will have a look at Jill Frill's score and I'll be back. So for Jill Frizz, that's another strike in the 10th. And she will be in the 230s with this game. And Deb Lee, who bowled just before her, she ended up with 166. So unless Jill bowls a terrible game in the 6th game, she will be the gold medalist for the single event. She is on a roll today. Let's see her last shot of the game. A strike would give her 233. On the left side, oh boy, Brooklyn strike to finish that. And Tish Johnson, she teased Tish Johnson a little bit with that strike on the left side. So let's go back to the men. Yes, sir. Jill is on fire today. It's her day. And I'm pretty sure she will get that gold medal. As I told you, she is on a roll right now. And especially with this game, I would say Deb Lee was second with only a 7-pin deficit over Jill Frizz. But now that Jill shot 233 and Deb 166, that will be tough. That will be tough for Deb to get that gold medal. But we'll see with the updates in a couple of minutes. We'll see where everyone is standing. And that should give us a pretty good idea of who will have the chance to get a medal. So for John Chapman with that spare in the 10th, that's a 221 game. Joe Kayak is, if he go strike in the 10th, that would be 279. And with 279 for Joe Kayak, he would be really close to the 3rd place. Alors tout le monde, Joe Kayak, une partie de 279 pour Joe Kayak, 279, 279 for Joe Kayak. I think that Joe is determined to get a medal today, right? He got a game of 242 in game 4 and now 279. Watch out, Joe's coming. And for Bob Learn, that's 224. That's a good match. And on lane 12, Lenny Boresh. Strike here. 188 double. Good morning, Hazel.
Gracias.
We had just received a little gift from Alejandro de Mexico. He just gave us a pin of Mexico. I like that. So with the spare here, Lenny has 237. So Lenny will still be in this race for a podium. Now they are finished. Our featured pair are finished. They will move to their last lane for game number 6. So while the bowlers are moving to their next pairs, let's remind everyone that the live stream of the 2018 Senior and Super Senior PABCON Championship is brought to you by Chicken on the Way. There are many locations in the greater Calgary area. Make sure to visit the restaurant. There's also a restaurant in Airdrie, Edmonton, and St. Albert. Chicken on the Way. Great chicken, great fries, great salad. Make sure to visit their website. It's easy to find if you Google Chicken on the Way. Thanks also to Kramer Mazda. If you're looking for a new car, you should visit Kramer Mazda. He is a great sponsor, not just for the PABCON, but on the screen during the time that I was here, I saw their advertisement on the screen. So it's one good dealership in Calgary. Also, thank you to Big Chief Jerky, the number one snack when you're hungry. So thanks to our sponsor. Thank you again to Let's Bowl here. The 2 days, they are incredible hosts for us and for the bowlers. Thank you, Canadian Tenpin Federation. And we are Buffa Bowling. We provide you with the live stream of this championship. And later, and in a couple of weeks, I should say, we will be in Montreal for the Montreal Open. We will celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Expo Key. So there are already 319 entries. $5,000 is guaranteed to the winner. None other than Pete Weber, PDW, will compete in this tournament. So if you're not registered yet, visit our website buffabowling.com and you can register online. It's in September. It's coming soon. We can't wait for this weekend. So you see the Montreal Open. You go to our webpage, it's the first thing you see. Whoops. Well, we have a section. There you go. It's right there. September 8th and 9th, Montreal Open. It's going to be a huge, huge, huge tournament. The biggest the country has ever seen. Celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Expo Key. I'm still waiting to get the results after 5 games. Shouldn't take that long. So Jill Frizz has a couple of fans here in the chat room. She is on the left hand side of your screen now. She left a 10 pin. So right after this first squad, we will take a short break. The lanes will be dressed. We will get some lunch. And then we will present you the Super Senior Division. For Canada, we saw Jack Gay. He is in the building. His brother came from Quebec, the province of Quebec, the Saguenay region. He came to visit his brother. His father, who is 89 years old, came too. And they will encourage Jack to get a medal. So a great weekend for the Gay family. Okay, everyone, the scores are in. And wow, Joe Kayak is now first. Fantastic for Joe Kayak. Let me show you the result. So Joe Kayak is first, Lenny Boresh is second, Jose Perez is third, Salvador Suarez is fourth, Edgardo Ruiz is fifth, and Razor is sixth, and maybe Salvador and Edgardo could, and even Razor could move up to the third place. There are not a lot of pins that separate the bowlers here. What a comeback by Joe Kayak. And for the ladies, Jill Frizz. You see Jill Frizz is still first. Go Jill. Debly Seguin, and it will be between Lucy Sendelin, Sharon Powers, and Debly. Everything can happen. So for sure for Jill, that's a gold medal. That's locked in. But for silver and bronze, that's another story. So once again, I'm going to add the link to the chat room so you can click. You click on this link and boom, you have the result. Don't forget to click on your favorite bowler. So this way you will see their personal statistics. So what a start by Canadian Jill Frills. What a start. She will get a gold medal for this championship at home. So on lane 12 for Mexico, you will see Alejandro Sanchez. I bowl against Alejandro back in 2010 in Germany for the World Championship. He was there. He is 55 years old. This is his 4th time in the national team. Great shot by Alejandro. Buen tiro. Buen tiro. Me gusta Alejandro. Yes, you can say hello. Alors les gens s'amusent ici. Alejandro a fait des bonjours à son pays. Sergio Gualini de Argentina también a fait des bye-bye. Which camera, Lionel? Which camera are you talking about? The one for the men or the one for the women? I can do something like this. So John Chapman. Ooh, missed that spare. That was close. And Bob Learn has the Greek Church throwing a bomb, but that's not enough to get all 5 pins down. For Mexico, Alejandro, cancha 11. Mira, mira. Alejandro tiene 44, 44 juegos perfectos. Comienza a jugar al boliche en 1967. Bonjour Gérard, bienvenue à cette présentation de notre tournoi PABCON. Alors, pour répondre à votre question, y a-t-il des joueurs français? Il n'y a pas de joueurs français. Malheureusement, c'est un championnat senior et super senior pour la zone américaine. Donc, on a les pays de l'Amérique du Nord, de l'Amérique centrale et de l'Amérique du Sud. 9 pays sont en vedette, le Canada, les États-Unis, la République dominicaine, le Mexique, Puerto Rico, Panama, les Bahamas et j'en oublie un, la Colombie. La Colombie et il m'en manque un nouveau, l'Argentine, voilà. Donc, ce sont vos 9 pays qui sont représentés pour le championnat que nous diffusons cette semaine. Et je vous dirais même parmi les joueurs canadiens, il n'y a aucun francophone malheureusement, aucune personne du Québec. Non, je me trompe. Il y a Jack Gay qui est originaire du Québec, qui parle encore très bien français, mais qui habite l'Alberta depuis de nombreuses années. Donc, la majorité de la présentation du tournoi se fait plutôt en anglais, mais j'y intègre un petit peu de français et je m'amuse avec l'espagnol lorsque c'est possible. Merci de vous joindre à nous, Gérard, c'est très apprécié. Puis si vous cliquez juste un petit peu plus haut, vous allez pouvoir, vous avez le lien pour accéder aux résultats. C'est super facile. Vous cliquez sur le lien et si vous voulez voir les statistiques plus en détail de vos joueurs préférés ou peut-être de Bob Learn que vous connaissez peut-être plus que les autres, bien, vous cliquez sur le nom du skieur et vous allez voir en détail les statistiques. C'est super bien fait et ça, c'est grâce à l'Exer. Et je ne sais pas si vous êtes québécois, européen, français, belge ou suisse, peu importe. Mais c'est Xavier Levistre, peut-être vous le connaissez, qui a créé ce logiciel fabuleux pour les statistiques. Et il est français. So about 4 or 5 frames before the end of the single event for the men and for the women, in a couple of minutes we will crown some champions.
Joe Kayak is leading.
Yeah, Joe Kayak is leading. Jill Frills also, so two Canadians are leading this single event.
Ah, là j'ai des stops. OK, OK.
Sur l'allée 11 on lane 11, you see a bowler from Mexico. This is Salvador Suarez. And Salvador is 4th. And he's looking to get a gold medal. And what a start, what a game by Salvador. He has 144 in the 6th with a double. So we need to get a close look to this man. Es posible que Salvador Suárez ganar una ¿cómo se dice medal? I have it somewhere in my documents. Well, anyway, there's a possibility, and Lenny Borish too, looking for the goal.
Everything's good.
So let's see this Salvador Suarez now on lane 12. Nice shot by Salvador. And it's another strike for him. Give me a second, I will have a look at Jose Perez. I will get back to you because Jose is third right now. So according to what I've just seen, on lane 3 and 4, Salvador Suarez should get that bronze medal. If not, the silver medal, depending on what Lenny Borish will do. For Jose Perez, he has 60 something in the 4th, which is not good news for him. He will need to line up if he doesn't want his chance of winning a medal get away from him.
All right, everyone, I'm back.
It's been a while, Crocodile.
Hey, someone's got to take care of the live scoring here in house and doing all the other stuff, making sure you guys get the tickers at the bottom of the screen. So hopefully everybody's enjoying back home. Any questions here in the chat? How old are those? Hello. Where's Manuel's?
I think that Manuel is not on our featured pairs right now. He's more on the left of the bowling center.
Here you go, Lionel. A little bit of a wider angle here so we can watch more of the action. Get out of the picture. I'm going to go check for Manuel. Be right
Okay.
back.
Something interesting is happening on lane 5 and 6. That was a 6-bagger to start the game by Nicolas Verga de Colombia, pero now he has 8 count in the 7th frame, unfortunately for him. No perfect game here. And right side of your screen, let's see Salvador Suarez with a possible strike here. 4-bagger, no, Tenpin left. He could have put some more pressure on Lenny Borish's shoulders with a strike here by going up the sheet.
Je vais aller voir Manuel.
So you asked for some Manuel Golzari from Mexico. Mark is right there with the camera to provide us with some scores. I hope that you can see something. It's, hey boy, it's quite difficult. But Mark will come back with the results soon. He's coming back. No. Yes. So this is Joe Kayak. He will probably win a medal. Well, he should win a medal here. And it should be a gold one. It should, but still. Yeah, come on, Joe. So between Joe and Lenny, that's a close match, very close match. And now the scores are in the books for Suarez de Mexico. He has 1341. I don't know if Jill Frills is done. So for the fan, for Manuel's fan, there he is, lane 3. It looks good, bit high. 9 pin stands tall. And now fans are behind Joe Kayak. Joe Kayak has 156 in the 7, working on the double. And Lenny Borish, if we compare the scores, he has 188 in the 8th, working on his pair. So I would say that Joe still has the lead because of that double he has in the 8th and the 9th.
Justin, they probably imported the scores before everybody was done. That's why there's missing a game. You go see at the front counter.
And Mexico, Salvador Suarez is waiting for the final frames of Lenny Borish and Joe Kayak to see what medal is going to win. Lenny here. Good strike.
Yeah.
Pushing them to 3 and 4 or 1 and 2? 1 and 2. 1 2.
So we missed her last shot, but it's now official. Jill Frills is your champion on the women's side. Now it's hug time for Jill Frills. We see some tears over there, and now, oh wow, what is seen here is Hazel McCleary giving a hug to Jill Frills. Fantastic. So the pressure will be now on Joe Kayak because Lenny Borish has a double in the 10th, could shoot 238, and Joe Kayak could shoot 246.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get here. We'll try to bring her in for an interview. Yeah. All right, so we see Jill celebrating with all her friends and family on the women's side. Edging out. Who was second? I think they just updated scores. Let's check.
Is it Debley? I think it would be Debley. I'm not
They still
sure.
haven't updated the scores. Give them a couple minutes and they should be up. Let's get back to the men.
So now everyone is waiting for Joe to finish his game.
So these guys are done. Let's focus on that pair.
So Salvador Suarez, bronze medal. And now it's a matter of who will get the gold, who will get the silver. Joe Kayak has been in this position many times in the past. Needs that strike. Boom! Joe Kayak with a strike. Great shot.
Joe's
Great
probably
shot.
going to get emotional after this. He just had a pacemaker put in, a couple weeks ago, Ray?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah. So he was a little bit emotional with me yesterday, and awesome to see him step up here.
Great shot again. But that's enough for a goal, Mark.
Yeah, great.
That's enough.
Awesome.
That first strike was so important.
I call him Uncle Joey. He was one of the elder statesmen when I was on Team Canada, and showed me the ropes. And glad to see that he's still in winning form here. We even see he doesn't pick up the ball with his left because of the operation. So he's trying to do everything. I was telling him I could be his ball carrier for the week. Congrats, Joe Kayak, gold medalist. So Canada wins gold both for men and women in the senior division.
Hey, what a start for the host country, Mark.
Yeah, so Canada taking the sweep here. Congrats, Team Canada, Joe and Jill, and coaches and delegates and everybody back home. This is pretty cool, winning on home soil. And we'll see if some of the super seniors can double down on that this afternoon.
Why not?
Yeah.
So we will try to get the winners here for an interview. So in a short while we will have Jill Frills here at the booth. Live from downtown Calgary.
Elder statesman, I heard that.
He was back in the day. He was. He was. Really well. Okay.
Okay, so the women, Jill Frills, as we told you, is first. And some movement happened during that last game. Unfortunately, Debley is out of the podium. She is fourth. So Sharon Powers is second. Lucy Sandelin is third. And you see only an 8-pin difference between Debley and Lucy Sandelin. Tish Johnson was close also from the podium. She is fifth. So you have the result. We're trying to get Joe Kayak here at the booth for an interview.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Ready for a little talk with the magnet?
Absolutely.
Okay, pop on a headset. Welcome to Calgary.
Sweet.
So we are live from Calgary downtown with the one and only Joe Kayak. So Joe, do you want to say hello to the family and say, hey, I'm champion?
I'll just say hi for now. Hi, everybody back home. We'll be that way for safe. That's okay.
Great.
Yeah.
So Joe, first reactions after this gold medal. Now that it's done, it's in the book. How do you feel?
Relieved. You know, the fields aren't that big, but it's the quality of bowlers that are here every time that PABCON is around. Everybody sends their best bowlers, so to come out on top, it's special.
I saw that you stayed very calm during the 6 games. Is that something that you try? You know, it's important for you to stay calm, not to let the emotions go too high and maybe change your game plan or something.
No, I for me personally, if I get in a like too much of a high, I get too pumped up and I get just too excited. For me, it's easier. For the last 3 or 4 years, I've been like kind of staying low and trying to stay within myself and trying to make good shots. And you know, it's bad on the ticker too.
And I didn't know, but I've just learned that you had a surgery not so long ago.
Yeah.
So, but you were still able to play, to compete. Is that something difficult for your body to manage during the morning or during the practice yesterday?
No, it's a different feeling. It's hard to explain to myself. So, sorry, it's just pretty emotional right now for me. So,
all right.
that's all I got to say. Sorry, it's just a different feeling. So,
Okay.
I wasn't sure if I was going to be here.
That's the electrodes going
So it's the electrodes building me up here. So like Mark's funny. So, but it's been a pretty quiet situation for me. I'm pretty quiet when it comes to my personal being.
Okay.
Uh,
But you know, the country is proud of you, Joe, after that induction you had in Mississauga last May.
Yeah.
So to see you get that gold medal here, wow, we can't ask for more.
well, I appreciate it, Magnet. But one person I got to thank is my wife. So
She's always there, huh?
I know.
She's the one.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. So we will let you celebrate.
Okay.
And you know, it's just the first day. So
Just the first day. We got a couple more days, and I apologize for being a sap, but my health's more important. But I'm just glad I was here. So
right.
representing Canada in Calgary, it doesn't get any better. So I want to thank everybody, and I know people back home are watching. So, but I especially want to thank my wife. So
great. Thank you very much, Joe.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
appreciate-
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Alors tout le monde, c'était Joe Kayak, c'est notre champion. Très, très émotif, Joe, après cette victoire. Je l'ai
Hazel, what'd you do? Okay, sorry about that. Someone pulled the alarm.
Okay.
Do you know where Jill is?
Yeah.
She's probably down there somewhere. You didn't talk to Jill yet, did you?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay.
So we're very proud of Joe Kayak. Il était très émotif. C'est rare que je l'ai vu de cette façon-là, mais il remercie son épouse. Puis c'est toujours un moment exceptionnel de jouer ici dans son pays puis de gagner. Il dit le nombre de personnes n'est pas très gros. Il n'y a pas beaucoup de joueurs, sauf que évidemment les pays envoient leurs meilleurs joueurs. Donc le niveau de compétition est très très haut. Puis il est très fier de cette médaille-là. Puis c'est ça, ça fait quelques années qu'il essaie de garder toujours les émotions plutôt à un bas niveau lorsqu'il joue parce qu'il ne veut pas s'emballer trop. Donc C'est un beau moment ici, très beau moment pour Joe Kayak. All right, so I am with the coach of Canada,
Sean Foster.
Sean Foster.
Yep.
How you doing?
Very well now.
Very well.
Good. Good start.
Very relieved now that 2 medals are in the book for Canada.
Yeah, for sure. They bowled fantastic. It wasn't just the 2 gold medals. Sweeping gold's always good, but everybody made good moves, worked together, and it was a great start to the tournament.
What was the game plan for Canada starting off this first event?
The practice session played more like a short pattern than it ended up playing. Today got more into what we were expecting it to play like. So the women started more right and played a lot more direct and controlled the pocket because the scoring pace wasn't huge. And the men all played the lanes the same, so they're able to go left as a group. So it worked out in our favor for sure. We've got everybody's in a good position for Masters.
Okay, and Team Canada has a lot of experience, lots of years of experience behind the belt. So I'm pretty sure that this is something that is very helpful for you to coach them. You know them well.
Yeah, and it is. It's like coming out, and especially our senior men have so much experience and so many years of doing these things that they're self-coaching themselves, and I'm here just as a second set of eyes for them for the most part. But overall, it's a good group, and they get along well, and they've been helping each other, so it's been a great team so far.
So lots of actions also to come this afternoon with the Super Senior.
Yes.
We know, well, for most of us, we know Jack Gay,
Yes.
and we expect a lot from him.
Yep.
But can you talk also a little bit about the other bowlers, the Super Senior bowlers?
Yeah, so we've got Jack's partner will be David Dumphy for the doubles. David's been bowling in the PBA 50. He's bowled a couple of tournaments there. And for the women, we've got Lorraine Fast, who's been very successful at the Turn of Americas, and Deb Linnington's also very experienced. So we've got a lot of years there, and I expect great things again this afternoon.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us, and have fun during this week. We will probably have the chance to talk more later.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, get up there.
Be kind.
Be kind, you just answered a question. See, you're in downtown Calgary now.
All right, everyone. Now we are with Jill Fries, our Canadian champion on the women's side. So, Jill, first reactions, first comments after winning this gold medal this morning.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry.
You're
It's
champion.
amazing.
You're champion.
It is amazing. I just can't. Words don't explain it. Look, I'm getting emotional here, but it is an awesome experience and an awesome feeling. I usually struggle in singles, trying to figure out, my game and where I'm gonna play. And today just worked well for me. I had a good practice yesterday and carried it over to today.
How is it winning in your own country? A huge competition like this, a huge championship like this?
It's amazing. That's the only one word I can say. It's just you have the hometown support, people backing you up. They're there cheering you on. It doesn't matter what you do, they're going to be there for you. So yeah, it's a great feeling to be here.
And you led the field for most of the 6 game. What was the plan when you got on the lanes this morning?
Sean and I talked about staying in the moment, executing good shots. I just kept telling myself every time I go up there that I'm going to throw a good shot, and it just worked well today.
This is what you did. You threw good shots after good shots after good shots.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy.
Great. So we're very proud of you.
Thank you.
Now I guess you will be cheering for the Super Senior this afternoon.
Yes, absolutely. We'll be cheering for them.
Great.
Hopefully they'll get gold. And I'm happy for Joe. Joe got gold too. Which,
Yeah.
bowling at the same time, we just never know what the other person's doing. I don't watch the scores, so I have no idea. I didn't know I was leading, so I didn't know until the end of the 6th game where I was sitting. So
Okay, so you knew only at the end that you won that gold medal?
absolutely.
Oh,
it's the
wow,
only time I knew.
fantastic.
Yeah, I had no clue.
So that probably helped you to keep the emotions
Yeah.
low and just stay in the moment, to throw good shots.
Absolutely. Yep.
Great.
Yep.
So we are very proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep bowling well and keep make Canada proud.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thanks for your support.
Thank you very much.
Cool. That's good. You did awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So everyone, we're gonna go off air for about an hour or so. We're gonna let Mike Purdy run the lane machine, as we can see here on the low end of the house. Let's see if we can get them doing that here. We see the wonderful Flex Walker, courtesy of our partners at Kegel, one of the wonderful sponsors of PABCON and also every World Bowling event. So Mike Purdy is here with us. We might try to get him on the air once he's done waxing lanes. And yeah, so competition will resume at 12:20 Mountain Time. So that gives us about 50 minutes to get a bite to eat, which is not going to happen for Guillaume. So I'm gonna be the one kicking off the stream earlier. So yeah, everyone, it's great to be with you guys. And again, congrats to Joe and Jill. Canada sweeping on the seniors side. Really awesome to see that. And who rounded out the top three? So who are the medal winners? Okay, let's pop this up on screen here. So on the men's side, Joe Kayak from Canada, gold medal winner. Lenny Borish from Team USA, silver medal winner. And Mexico with Salvador Suarez rounding out the top three with a 40-pin deficit over Joe Kayak. So Ray Irving just missing out on the medal round, but in a great position.
For the Masters.
For the Masters, obviously. Let's go down to the women's side here. So Jill Fries winning the gold medal on the women's side. Then Sharon Powers with the silver, and Lucy Sandelin winning the bronze medal. And Canada missing out again, just like on the men's side, by a couple of sticks for a bronze medal. So yeah, great start to the week. Again, make sure you all subscribe to our channel. Make sure you share, make sure you like, and we will be back online in about an hour. So make sure, like I said, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button.
And if you are in Calgary and you are hungry, go to Chicken on the Way, proud sponsor of the PABCON Championship.
Yes. All right, so we're going to go off air now. Again, this is Mark Buffa signing off with Guillaume Nadeau, and we will see you guys in an hour. Have a great afternoon.
All right.